Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so physically, I feel like crap. I don't know what's going on with my body, but it's not reacting well today to anything. It feels a lot worse than it did yesterday. Uh, I think it's probably all the food catching up to me. When you have a very consistent diet like I do, eating rice and corn and green beans, rice, course, green beans, rice, corn, green beans, and then you have to switch it up. Uh, there will be some reaction to that. You know, start adding bread to it, adding chicken and different stuff that goes into the food. Um, Tastes great, but like we always say, it's not good for you, so your body's gonna react to it accordingly. And I think that might be a little what's going on here. My body's just not reacting well to what it is, even though I'm trying to eat well. The few meals that I did eat may have did a little something to me. But man, I have not had it. All of what I needed to get things done today has not been there. Dragging around this place, trying to keep myself up, but all I feel like doing is just sleeping, and I'm not necessarily depressed. Like, you know, it's not my mind saying, "Oh, I can't do it," or nothing like that. It's literally my body just not reacting well to whatever is what's going on. I just walked out the house for a couple seconds, threw some trash away, that kind of thing. But yeah, man, I just don't have it. I'm trying my very best to snap out of this, but it's not there. I feel like laying down and going back to sleep for another 6 hours. So I don't know what's going on with me. Other than to say that I gotta keep moving. So I've been doing little squats and stuff like that with the suitcase and trying to do some things with the weights, try to keep myself going. But you know, it's just not there. I don't know what the hell's going on. As far as everything else I'm trying to do, it's been a little frustrating. Trying to transfer, still trying to leave T-Mobile, still having issues with that. The ACP program, they're telling me I got 90% of what I need done. Not ACP, they already approved me, but the company I'm trying to transfer to, I've run into a snag because essentially they have a situation where they say, okay, you can log in. And of course, I think I told you this already, but I give them my email address and then they tell me the email address is not valid, then proceed to send me emails to that address. So that's the thing. And then also when you finally do get a chance to log in, it's one of those situations where they send you to a link that doesn't have anything that you can apply for or anything. It's just a bunch of information written. Like, there's nothing to apply for. So they're telling you can proceed by applying here, and then when you get to that page, there's nothing there. So these are just more things that I'm running into trying to leave T-Mobile, and not being able to be successful yet again. Just a snag. So I'm trying to find other companies that I can apply my ACP program to, but you know, it's one of those situations where you just have to do due diligence to look for other companies and try to figure out what programs work for you, try to get yourself a new device. It's a lot of work. And like I'm feeling right now, I just didn't have the energy to do it. And I start getting into it, start getting frustrated, walk away from it. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with. It's just a whole lot of frustration. You know, the rideshare program, getting into that, I've been hesitant because I'm not seeing the figures I'm looking for. 285 is too much to prorate. We know that. Try to have to work off before you get your profit. That's just too much, man. So I'm trying to work myself into just agreeing anyway, so I can get the process going. But again, same old same. I just have not been able to work myself into it. So I'm just being not the best version of myself right now, and I'm trying to snap out of it. It's just not working. So I don't know what's going to take. You go outside, and you feel that it's the heat. You know what I mean? It's one of those days where it's really hot and humid. So even if you walk outside, all you're going to be doing is feeling the drain of the sun shining on you. It's a little hot out there. It's normal North Hollywood day. So, you know, I'm just trying to snap out of this, man. I know that I don't have my heavy weights, so I'm concerned that my body's heading in the wrong direction after all this work I've been doing. I got these little weights, that's cool, but it's not giving me what I need in terms of what I like to do, my squats and all that. It's not giving me that resistance. And so that's been on my mind, just knowing that my body is not getting what it needs from the situation, knowing that it's going to take my due diligence to get out of this in every way possible, and I just don't have it right now, and I need it. So that's really what it is, man. Just overwhelming frustration on all fronts right now. Your boy is just super frustrated about everything that has to do with myself, and I'm trying to snap out of it, and it's just not coming around. So I don't know if it's the water too. You gotta wonder, you know, I'm in a different place with different water, and I'm not buying water, so I've been boiling it. So it might be that. I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Like I told you guys earlier, I did my little apes rant, and it's just the same old stuff with them. They're running the stock into the ground, and then proceeding to put the FUD post up there to try to deter you. And the only thing I'm really saying is trillions stolen from the world's economy. That's it. That's all that needs to be said. And the only thing standing between them and continuing to do so is the apes. So here we are, you know what I mean? We're not going anywhere. There's nothing they can do, period. That's not even really part of my frustration. It's just kind of laughable to see that they're still applying the same psychological games to try to wear people down that have been here the whole time, that know exactly what we on. So it's like, maybe you can scare off the newer apes, people who are just getting involved, hoping they can get in this squeeze play. But people who have been in this thing for 3 years, just another day fighting the devil. That's all it is. So that's nothing new. The Lord put it in my heart to post a little more on their FUD posts, to give something else to the people to see when they click on that stuff. Because ultimately all they're trying to do is wear people down and make them feel like they're so far away from what it is that we're ultimately working toward, which is justice more than anything else. And we're not far from it all. So I'm just continuing to push myself to believe in what we're doing in that way, and that's not too difficult, to be honest with you. Everything else is difficult, but believing in this play, nah, that ain't hard at all. What else, man? Of course, my boy Jose Porjorquez passed away. I did a video earlier speaking on that. I saw the what was going on. He passed away on Thursday morning. Actually, did I say Thursday morning? No, 2 days ago. It wasn't Thursday, so that had to be Tuesday, whatever day, Monday, I'm not sure, but I think it was 2 days ago he passed away in the morning. Don't know what happened, still don't know. So it was unexpected, and the family's devastated, of course, but it looked like some people were really donating. I wish I had something to give, but right now I don't have it to give. But at least I can use my voice to memorialize the brother, and hopefully you all will be aware of who he is when you see my video. Good guy, really good guy, who is now with the Lord, and hopefully he can be an angel over us as we continue to do what we do. All of the people who appreciated him, that kind of thing. So I'm just trying to keep myself alive. I don't feel too good, but at the same time I know that the Lord's given me a purpose, and I'm using that purpose to the betterment of my ability with my voice, and I'm not afraid of what could go wrong or what could go right from here, because I'm already in a situation where things have gone wrong and I'm still standing. So it ain't the end of the world for me, regardless of how crappy physically I feel right now. And what else? I don't think there is anything else, really. I did not feel like really doing too much talking today because of how I feel physically, but I wanted to check in with you guys and just let you know that I'm not feeling that good. That's really what it's about. It's about letting people know exactly what's going on. When I'm 100% and I'm up and I'm rolling, I'll let you know that, like I always am. But these last 2 days, nah, it ain't been right. Something's wrong inside of me. And we know I've had my dietary issues and stuff like that, but this is different. This is a lot different. And I just think it has to do with the meals. I really do. It has to do with the cheat meals, the Mexican food, all the stuff that I've been eating. I bought myself some little cookies a couple days ago. All that stuff comes together to be totally opposite of what my body is used to on an extremely consistent and dedicated basis. So I was ready to change my diet anyway, but I know going back to eating like y'all eat, like regular people eat, is probably a shock to the body. So did a little art today. Nothing really good like I did yesterday. I felt like yesterday was a really good art day for me. This one was I just did a little something this morning while I was thinking about a few things that were stressing me a little bit before I even knew of Jose's passing. And decent pieces, nothing too serious, just adding to the overall collection there and continuing to practice what I do. And what else, man? That's pretty much it, man. I'm trying to psych myself into doing that squat regimen, if I even have it in me to do it. But these last couple times I did it, it zapped out of me so much that I wonder if that was part of the problem. Trying to do all those damn things, pushing myself to that degree. But at the end of the day, man, I don't know what to tell people, man. It's on me to fix my own problems. It's on me to build my way out of here. And to be honest with you, I just don't have the work ethic right now, because I've been dedicating myself to doing what I want to do for the last 2 years. So when it's time to get back to the open-ended, go to work to feed yourself, I think a part of me is still holding on to not having to, hoping that things will change organically through the play that I'm in. that'll give me the funds I need, so that I don't have to do any of that. I think a part of my psyche may be still holding on to that, and it's not a good thing, obviously, for the circumstances, especially when you can clearly see that the fraudsters are in full effect. They're driving that thing into the ground. So whatever I thought I had in there is even less in that Fidelity account. I didn't check it. What for? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I can't count on that money at all, man. At the end of the day, I can't count on it. I've been picking from it too much. And it's a last resort situation, especially since it's less than what I need to even fix my situation anyway. So at this point, it's like, well, you know, if I didn't sell out of play to save my backside from getting evicted, I'm certainly not going to do it now. Not if I can do it. Not if I can help it. But, you know, tomorrow's payday for this place. Got to pay them to stay here. So everything I'm praying will go smoothly. Going over there to that ATM and then coming back over here, you know, that kind of thing. It's a lot. People are broke, and you got to pull a lot of money out of that ATM. So that comes to mind. Wondering if something's gonna happen in that way. That's always in the back of your head. But hoping the ATM will work, because noon is the moment where it has to be paid, or else they're gonna hit you with the you gotta go if you don't pay them on time. So part of me was thinking I should probably pay them now, but another part of me was thinking I don't want no cash on me until I have to hand it to them while I'm in this situation. I don't want no cash, you know what I mean? So unfortunately, they don't take ATM or they don't take debit, which is, I think, a little strange when you consider what we're dealing with here. But nevertheless, it is what it is. So yeah, man, I'm just hoping the Lord will give me my energy back, give my strength back, give me my vibrance back. Because right now, I feel like I smoke the heaviest indica in the world, and I ain't touching no weed at all. I also talked to the people at Babcock and Associates. That was the people who own the Linux apartment that I was at. The lady that I always spoke with called today to see if I had a new address from which to send me the bill that I owe, for which I know is going to have to be paid someday, but I ain't nowhere near paying anybody anything like that. But they were trying to see if I had left the place, which tells me that sheriff probably never even did come, to be honest with you. They probably never showed. But to be honest with you, I was sick of worrying about them coming, so I'm glad I left before they had a chance to pull me out of there. And I wasn't going to sit there and wait for that, sitting there in turmoil and fear and all kinds of stupid feelings that had to do with being attached to that place. I am exactly where I want to be in regards to that circumstance. Away from it. Done with it. It behind me. Whatever my problems are now don't have nothing to do with that place other than to pay them back the money that I ain't going to be getting anytime soon to pay them. So I ain't worried about it. Bankruptcy, whatever. I'm poor. I'm homeless. So if you wanna come after me for money I can't get, that's between you and your God, friend. That's exactly how I feel about that. And as far as everything else, man, there is nothing else. There's nothing else. I think I'll probably feel a lot better if it cools down, so I can go outside and walk around, maybe get some fresh air without the sun further draining my energy. But I just made some rice, you know what I mean? And I'm still guilt tripping myself about this squat regimen that I really want to do, but really don't feel good enough to start. But I probably will feel better when I finish it, that kind of thing. But it's been headaches and sinus kind of stuff here, kind of weighing my head down, stomach issues, stuff. It's a lot going on inside of my body that ain't 100%. So, you know, I'm just trying to get through the day, man. I don't know what the hell's going on with me, you know, but I know I can't get to a doctor. I know that, even though I have a doctor. She's on the other side of town, and she never called me back. When I did try to set an appointment, I left her a message. They never called me. So that's what you get with Medi-Cal. So, yeah, man, this is poverty. This is what happens when you don't do whatever it is that you have to do to get money. You go through the circumstances that broke people go through, and you suffer broke people problems. So that was the choice I made to keep away from all of y'all, basically, to mind my own wants and needs for the duration of the time that I was at Linux. And I was counting on corruption being met by some resistance, and ultimately it doing what it was supposed to do. And that was a bad bet, because it's an evil world. People do evil things and they get away with it a lot of the time, and God is going to move when he's ready to move, but not when I need him to in regards to the squeeze. So that was a bad bet, and those are bad people. So it is what it is. But you know, we always talk about them. We don't want anybody to think that we're confused about what it is that we're involved in, or we don't want anybody else to think that we're oblivious to just how bad that actually is. They're still in trillions, TRILLIONs, trillions of dollars from the world's economy, and we will sing that from the mountaintops, and they will laugh at us the whole way, and we will know that there's nothing funny about it, and we'll know that it's not cap at all. So y'all just remember, as I continue to sound like this, talking like this, you just remember, when this does hit the fan and when everybody does know about it, I was talking about it. I was already talking about it. It's just a joke to a lot of people now. It's just meme stock conversation right now. But I'm telling you, they're forcing poverty all over the world by doing this. Forcing it. Keeping money out of certain places that would otherwise be emerging and putting it back into the wealthy's 1% pockets. You know, so it is what it is. If you benefit from that, you need to know what they're doing to people. And if you don't care, you need to know God exists, and He does. And you're an enemy of Him if you're continuing this process or any other process that doesn't vibe with the betterment of the world, man. At the end of the day, we got our own inner demons, and we got people like that, you know, to deal with. As long as no one is holding them accountable, they will be there to laugh and joke about real stuff while doing really awful things to human beings by way of this process. So, like I always tell you guys, we're not confused, man, and we will speak on it till they kill us, basically, which is what it feels like they're trying to do. So it is what it is, man. I'm minding my business. Like I told the Lord a couple of days ago, I won't be upset if you pull me out of these problems. I won't be. I'll be very happy if my shares are accredited to my name and I'm not here, because at the end of the day, if I ain't here to sell them, they can't take them from me. It's that simple. So there ain't gonna be no losing in this play, as far as I can tell. If it don't go up, I still got them. That's it. And as far as everything else, man, I need to find more time to pray. I haven't found as much time to pray in this apartment. Every time I try to pray, I end up picking up my phone or doing something stupid with the phone that ultimately doesn't bring me closer to God. I end up seeing some stupid stuff, blue face and his baby mama and all this other stuff that just doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Low frequency stuff that doesn't feed my soul. I need to get better at that, putting good stuff into my system. As far as content, also addressing certain things. My mental health has not been working in my favor in that regard. Wanting to look up new apartments, new hotels and stuff like that. Every time I get to looking for that type of stuff, I start going into to that Fritz space, I guess you could say, where it's like I don't wanna, getting all weak and all types of stuff. So it's just my mental health really kicking my butt when I need it not to, when I need myself to be able to be up and at 'em. My body, my mind not working with me, and it's the wrong time for that, and the stresses of the circumstances because of it weigh down on me to make it even worse. So that is exactly how I'm feeling. I'm not looking to make anybody feel worse, you know what I mean? I spoke to Karen this morning, and she's feeling, she's been struggling too, you know what I mean? She's been dealing with the passing of her brother's, the anniversary of that, and of course she had lost a friend a couple weeks ago too, so she's been down, haven't really been communicating, but we were able to talk today a little bit, and you know, I was able to speak some positivity to her, and I hope she received it. So that's all you can really do when you're going through it yourself, man. But you know, man, I tell y'all, I'm looking forward to feeling better. I'm definitely open to feeling better. I'm open to not feeling as sick as I've been feeling all day. I'm open to getting, you know, my mental health in order so that I can do what needs to be done. You know, driving around or whatever, I haven't felt good enough to drive, to be honest with you. Even if I did have the car, I'd probably be out there not being my best, I think, if I felt anything like this. So, you know, I don't know if it's just the stress weighing down on me, a combination of everything. I don't know what it is, but I'm ready to snap out of it and get back to myself. So I'm hopeful that the Lord will allow me the strength to do that. And yeah, man, that's it, man. These are not the greatest times of my life, but it's also not the worst. I've been through a lot worse than this. I just know that, you know, if you're not elevating, you're walking in a cycle. The question is, can I break that cycle that keeps me in this space? And the answer is, hopefully. I'm open to it. I want to, you know what I mean? This is not important, but I turned the bed around. You know, you have to flip your bed around because it's lumpy in certain areas. I was feeling a lot of pain underneath my left chest, or rather right chest, because one of the springs, it was poking in just the right way for where I like to sleep. So I had to flip that thing around, and I tried it out. It feels a lot better on the other side, so I think I'll be all right. And that's not something I'm used to, because y'all know my bed was like pristine. It was the best thing in the world, but hey, man, we sacrifice what we have to sacrifice. I couldn't bring it with me, so it was what it was. I got a good 12 years out of it. I ain't tripping. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. That is it. I need some fresh air, but when I step outside, it wasn't none to get. It was just more of what it felt like it is in here. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm just very thankful that I'm still breathing, still have an opportunity to use my voice for what the Lord wants me to do and say. And I hope that me going through what I'm going through in these circumstances doesn't bring you down in any way, because that's not my intention. I just like being transparent with people. When I'm feeling great, I'll let you know. When I'm not, I'll let you know. And that's why you know you can trust me when I talk about other stuff. If nothing else, whether I know what I'm talking about or not, you know I believe it. And chances are, if it's serious as what we're talking about in regards to AMC and all the stocks and all that, you know I've prayed about it a lot. And I've gotten confirmation that we're still on the right track in regards to this play spiritually. So, you know, it is what it is, man. Don't be worn down. That's what I tell people. There's going to be a lot of antagonists, a lot of devilish energy that's out there to wear you down, whether it be a part of what it is I'm in or something else. It's always going to be days that your inner demons, the outer demons, and everything else is going to be trying to get you to quit. And it's usually because you're right around the corner for something big. It's usually because God is trying to do something with you that the enemy desperately doesn't want you to do. So he pushes a little harder on certain days. And this is that day for me. Every bit of what it is that's going on in my life right now has had extra placed on it from every direction. And so I just assume that the Lord has something good for me that I got to survive through this to get to. And that's exactly what I'm waiting for. So if that's not the case, so what? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm devoted to what God wants me to do. And I'm hopeful that he will inspire me to inspire others in the process of going through what it is I am. So that is pretty much what it is, man. I want to improve upon my health. Hopefully nothing's in this apartment, this room that's making my health worse. You know, that kind of thing. Hopefully it's not in here. But whatever the case may be, I just know that it's going to be my effort that gets me out of every situation, not just this one. So I'm looking forward to applying that effort. I'm looking forward for the Lord giving me that effort. And I'm looking forward to using it in positive ways that break cycles that ultimately leave me in situations I'm not pleased with. So that's pretty much what I am with that, man. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, a much better day than me. If you're not feeling well, I pray that the Lord helps you get that energy too that you need, get that rejuvenation that you need to feel better, and that your body will cooperate with what it is your plans are, and that your stress doesn't weigh down on your head so much that it feels like it's even worse than what it is. So that's what I hope for all of us, man. I appreciate everybody that rocks with BDF 44. All of y'all who are seeing me go through these difficult times have seen me kind of make certain decisions that led to this. You know what I mean? I just want people to know that life don't come with a manual for any of us. So if you've made some mistakes, and maybe I've been critical of some of your mistakes or what have you, if you mean well, there's something to be said for that. You know what I mean? Even if you make mistakes. And if you don't mean well and you do things correctly, but you mean for destruction, there's something to be said for you too, you know, for real. And we got to understand that the choices that we make in the life that we're in that affect other people, there are a lot of things that you are risking when you rig the game against others. There's a lot of things that you're risking when you politic people out of circumstances that they're supposed to be in righteously. It's a lot of things you're risking when you pretend or assume or truly believe that there's nothing that's going to hold you accountable but yourself and your actions. Because what you don't often take into account are the examples of where that wasn't the case in other people's lives. History, where they went wrong and it went wrong for them. They chose evil and suffering came to them. That needs to be studied more by the people of today, especially those who are in charge of circumstances that affect others. You need to understand your plans are going to fail if they're meant for the destruction of people. It's only but so far you're going to go. You may not see that path to it falling apart, but history would tell you that your circumstances and what you're doing has an expiration date, that you will be held accountable, and I am no exception to that if I were to do evil too. So that's what I want people to understand, man. It's a lot of real wickedness out there right now, a lot of misdirection, as we always talk about, a lot of what ultimately is supposed to make people feel wary or tired or confused or welcome the wrong things into themselves, welcome the wrong types of energy that is opposite of respect. There's a lot of stuff out there that's supposed to wear people down. And at the end of the day, a lot of people who do that to others assume that there's nothing that's going to hold them accountable. And that's just a very, very grave mistake. It really is. So that's what I want to say. You know, I don't assume that, like I said, I'm not exempt from this. This includes my very own self. We have to make sure that we're not oblivious to the ability to be held accountable for our mistakes and our wrongdoings. And as we move forward, whatever's going to happen next, these words should stick with all of us. My name is BDF 44. I thank you all for watching.